Hi everyone, welcome back to the EV Puzzle. Thanks for following my journey. Today we're having the charger installed. I've got Richard Seppings here from Anglia Car Charging. He's doing the installation for me, and it's a Zappi charger from My Energy that I'm actually getting installed. So what I wanted to cover today was basically enough in the video so that somebody that was thinking of having a charger installed at home could actually understand what's really going to happen, what really gets installed. Now I know every installation might be different, everyone's house wiring is slightly different, but the principles should be similar. So hopefully you can gain from this video what actually I'm getting installed, how it's being installed, and therefore you'd appreciate what work's actually going to be done to your home to get the charger installed. I've been planning now for the charger to be installed for probably 3 or 4 weeks. I decided which one I wanted to go for, contacted the installer, because I chose to go that route. I didn't want to go with one of these schemes where you buy the charger and it comes with a free installation by a qualified person. I prefer to go the route of talking to the installer professional themselves, and they have relationships with the charger manufacturers and therefore could advise you on what options you have. For me, I find finding the installer first works best. In one, you get to meet them, so you get to see who's going to actually do the work on your home. You wouldn't want to let anyone around your home electrics. It is a part of your home's infrastructure. They're going to change. But the other thing is they can help advise on what charger options you have, on locations. There's a lot of things you can actually discuss beforehand. Richard, he's an EV enthusiast, so I keep distracting him, and we keep talking about electric cars all the time. So it's a pleasure to have him around. For me, the installation is quite a straightforward, simple installation. My consumer unit is quite close to where I'm going to have the charger installed, and I'm also having some extra work done at the same time. I'm having a waterproofed socket outside with a 13 amp connection, so that one, I can hoover the car at the front, but also so I could charge another car. So if and when we get a second electric car, or have visitors who has an electric car, we're not relying on just the one charger. We'll have a 13 amp point outside that's waterproof as well, so I'm having that installed at the same time. Timing wise, it's been about 3 weeks since I placed the order. Basically I knew what I wanted. I'd worked out it was the Zappi charger, and I wanted it installed before I got the car, but there's no rush for it to be installed many weeks before the car arrived. So it's about a week now. It's a week before I should actually get the car, so it's perfect timing. This is what it looks like when you're waiting for your electric car to be delivered. You just need to sit quietly, wait and hope that it comes any day soon. So Cracker, when's the Hyundai Kona coming? Do you want to go for a ride in the car? You do? You want to go in the car? Not yet, it's not here yet. Okay, Richard's halfway through the installation now, so I thought I'd take the time just to call SLM Hyundai and see whether my car was ready yet. And good news, apparently they've just been told that the car will be arriving at the dealership tomorrow. So yeah, I can take a trip up there and hopefully see it being delivered. How long before I actually get the car? Well, that I don't know. It's a question I want to ask them, and I'll do that tomorrow. I'd like to know what they actually do between the time when they get the car at the dealership and the time that you can actually get your car yourself. Because it's a little bit frustrating, you know, we've waited all these weeks, all these months, and as soon as the car arrives, I want it now, why won't you give it to me now? Now, apart from taking the plastic wrappers off and giving it a wash and polish, what else do they do? And hopefully we'll find that out tomorrow.
From a layperson's point of view, this is my understanding of how to install a charger at your home. It all starts at the meter cabinet where the electricity supply comes into your home. At some point during the process, the installer will have to disconnect your electricity supply for safety reasons so he can work on the electricity connection to the charger. He'll do this by removing the main fuse from your meter cabinet. It may be recommended that you have a separate consumer unit just for your charger. If you have space in your existing consumer unit for an additional 32 amp circuit breaker, you may not need this new separate one. If you do need or choose to have an additional consumer unit, there will be an additional cost. It'll probably be about £50 to £60 more. To provide power for your new consumer unit, the installer will have to cut the power cable that goes into your existing home consumer unit. He'll add a joint box like this one so that you can have the power going from it to your existing consumer unit and to your new one. It basically splits the single power cable into 2 cables. This is my new consumer unit, and it's got 2 circuit breakers in it, one 32 amp for the charger, one 16 amp for the new external socket that I'm having. And next there's a power cable to be installed, and that runs from the consumer unit across the top of my garage, and it goes to my external wall where it will connect on the other side to the Zappi charger. Ideally, you'll keep the length of cable from the consumer unit to your charger as short as possible to avoid charge loss but also costs. And then there's the holes to drill, of course, to get from the inside of my garage through to the outside wall for the charger. I've actually got 2 holes because I'm having an additional socket as well. And then because my Zappi charger is a smart intelligent charger, I've got a CT clamp to install. That goes on the main power cable before my main house consumer unit. Basically that sends information through to the Zappi charger to work out how much electricity the house is using. And it can basically throttle back how much charging power is going to the car to ensure that the entire house and charger aren't using too much power, and there's no risk of blowing the main house fuse. And that's about it, apart from some setup. The installer will set the unit up so you don't have to do it, and then it's ready for you to charge your car. Okay, and here it is finished. You can see the new 16 amp socket below in the waterproof protective case. Basically that provides connection for a second car, so I can now have 2 EVs on the driveway, and so it's future-proofing my solution. One from the charger and then one from a granny cable on a, well, it's a 3-pin plug, but it's a 16 amp circuit. One of my initial concerns about the Zappi was whether I would be able to see the display in direct sunlight as it's on the front of the house, and as you can see from this picture, it's no problem at all. And Susan's first thoughts were that it was smaller than she expected. It was attractive, but it did look a little bit like a defibrillator.
Okay, thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that, and if you haven't subscribed already, there should be an icon around here soon, so click away and subscribe. There'll be more videos, especially about the Kona Electric, coming up very, very soon. Thanks again for watching, everyone. Bye for now.